Uh, Good afternoon to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bernard Nati. I'm actually the son of the deceased Ms. Caroline Tagoe. I'm actually based in the United States, and I intend reading this tribute to the memory of my mother. I would have loved to be with you during this program, but as you are well aware, we are living in very turbulent times, and it's becoming extremely difficult these days to travel. So I don't want to risk and add on more problems to what we already have. Okay. My tribute is quite a short one because I know programs in these days are not very elaborate. So I wouldn't waste too much time of yours. Reverend fathers, pastors, family leaders, family members, cousins, nieces, nephews, brothers and sisters, family sympathizers, and all others that are present with us today. I bring you greetings, and I wish to express my deep appreciation to you all for showing up and offering your support despite all the COVID risk and associated restrictions. I'm here to offer a glowing tribute to my dear mom and also pay my last respects to her. I'll begin by reciting a poem from an African writer called Kamaralai. The name of the title of the poem is Mame. Okay. This is a very famous African writer. He wrote the book African Child. Okay. I've been very fond of this poem. It's one of the very first poems that I learnt when I was in high school. I'll first of all read it in French, and then when I finish, I'll give you the English translation. Okay. So the poem goes as follows. Ma mère, that's the title of the poem. Femme noire, femme africaine, ô toi ma mère, je pense à toi. Ô dama, ô ma mère, toi qui les portas sous les dos, toi qui m'allaita, toi qui gouvernais mes premiers pas, toi qui ouvras mes yeux sur cette merveille terre, je pense à toi. Femme de chambre, femme de rivière, femme de grande fleuve, ô toi ma mère, je pense à toi. Ô toi dama, ô ma mère, toi qui essuyas mes mains, toi qui les réjouissais les cœurs, toi qui patiemment supportais mes caprices, comme j'ai aimé encore entrer près de toi, entrer enfin près de toi. Femme simple, femme de la résignation, ô toi ma mère, je pense à toi. Ô dama, dama de la grande famille des forgerons, ma pensée toujours s'est tournée vers toi. La tienne à chaque pas m'accompagne. Ô dama, ma mère, comme jamais encore entrer dans la château. Entrer enfin près de toi, femme noire, femme africaine, ô toi, ma mère. Merci, merci pour toi, ce que tu fis pour moi. Ton fil, si loi, c'est près de toi. Okay. The English translation says, to my mother, black woman, African woman, oh mother, I think of you. Oh Dama, oh mother, who carried me on your back, who nursed me, who governed my first steps, who opened my eyes to the beauties of the world. I think of you. Woman of the fields, woman of the rivers, woman of the great river, O mother, I think of you. O Dama, O mother, who wiped my tears, who cheered up my heart, who patiently dealt with my caprices. How I would love to still be near you. Simple woman, woman of resignation, O mother, I think of you. O Dama, Daman of the great family of blacksmiths, my thoughts are always with you. They accompany me with every step. O Dama, my mother, how I would love to still feel your warmth to be your child that is close to you. Black woman, African woman, oh mother, thank you. Thank you for all that you have done for me. Your son, so far away, yet so close to you. This poem from Kamaralai epitomizes who our mother was. I got to know of my mom's death in the United States a couple of months back through my cousins. Okay. I knew of her frequent ailments and recoveries at her old age, but little did I know that she could leave us so soon. I was very sad and distraught. Initially, I tried to put up a strong mental posture that after all, I'm a man, I should be able to face it as a man. But as time went by after the news of her death, the reality began to dawn on me that I have really lost the one who carried me in her womb and suffered all the discomfort for 9 months and at childbirth. My very first female friend in this world is gone. The one who bathed, clothed, fed, and wiped my bottom during my early years is gone. The one who carried me on her back while she still did household chores is gone. The one who taught me my first walking steps is gone. The one who laid hands and prayed for me whilst I was sick is gone. The one who ensured that I was well educated to the highest pinnacle of education is gone. The one the one we frequently argued and reconciled with in our adult years is gone. If there was anyone who can tell my mom's life story, it should be me, because she and I were very close during our formative years, through to our teenage and early adult years. My mom didn't have much education like we did, but she ensured that all her kids were given the opportunity to be educated. I'm a professional civil engineer and a project manager with a first degree and a master's degree and still climbing the academic ladder. My other assemblies were all well educated as well. She always demanded academic excellence from us, especially at class tests and examinations. She would say, Kwe babi, ni afi teste enyoy. Ma ye second. Ma boy first. As for her, nothing was good enough academically than coming first in the test or exams. Her lack of education never stopped her from her ambitions. She educated herself. This was a woman who created her own English. You hear phrases like nothing come back. That means a person who have nothing to offer. She will once a while interject her speeches with words like cabin, Tom, Dick, and Harry. There's no art. There's no art means you are not being artistic in your handiwork. She had an eye for art and good quality work. She will always shop for top shelf quality. UTC Mall was a shopping center. We were an envy among our schoolmates those days for the top quality clothing and shoes we wore to school. She will always connect with our teachers, give them token gifts just for them to keep a special eye on us. So any misbehavior on our part at school is reported to her before we even got home, and as usual, her strong questioning and rebuke would definitely follow. Her lack of education never stopped her from connecting with the educated and the elite in high places. She dealt with CEOs, major generals, chiefs, politicians, top police officials, managers, ministers, and how she was able to reach out to those people at high places was really a wonder to most of us. Just mention the person and she could figure out a way of connecting. I believe it was sheer faith and determination on her part. Apart from using these top connections to achieve her business ambitions, she used these top connections to help many other people achieve their education, career, and business ambitions as well. In fact, she could safely be described as a consultant in those days. I followed her once to a place where her signature was demanded, and I was wondering whether she had one. Before I could blink an eye, she had signed her signature. After that, I asked her where she got the signature from. She just responded, I should never underestimate her abilities. She lost her real mom, I was told, when she was a baby, so she was raised by her stepmom. She dropped out of school through some bizarre circumstances, but she never allowed it to get in the way of her education and achieving her ambitions. She enrolled into apprenticeship as a cloth designer and was well mentored in her early years. Her mom became so good at dressmaking. She made dresses for the rich and the poor, the living and the dead. Those days there were no fashion and beauty pageants. I'm sure if there was, her designs would have featured in some of them. At the pinnacle of her cloth design career, she trained and mentored many apprentices, many of which went on to own their shops up to today. She was very artistic, had an eye for top quality. She would never settle for mediocrity as far as cloth design was concerned. There are many here in this audience who can testify that their wardrobes at some point were touched by my mom in one way or the other. Dressmaking was her passion. At a certain stage, she placed the dressmaking on hold to pursue business in the petroleum industry for economic reasons. Just imagine the transition. Dressmaking to petroleum. In fact, many people were wondering whether she could make it in such a tough, men-dominated industry with no knowledge and experience. But nothing can stop a determined woman like my mom. She started small, educated herself on the business, and rose to a level that many of her peers started consulting her for help and advice. She won many prizes and awards from Shell Petroleum Company. Today, the Grade 1 Shell gas station on Castle Road, next to the YMCA at Asylum Down, stands to testify to what she achieved with that business. Hard work and excellence was her hallmark principles. You better dress and smell well when approaching her because she'll size you up and make comments. Her excellence could also be seen in the way she brought us up. Only the best was good enough for us, nothing short of the best. I remember I had a problem keeping handkerchiefs. Somehow I always misplaced it at school. She would ask, "Ngbo handkerchief here?" in her usual deep voice when she's upset and about to rebuke. And when I indicated that I can't find it, she would say, "That is not gentlemanly." No, 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 that's not a gentleman. One was blessed with 9 grandkids, many great grandkids. Many of them are here today to mourn her passing. Ma, your son Nate is here. Ma, we had our differences and hostilities, but that never stopped us from acknowledging that you were our dear mom, and we had no mom anywhere else. You have left us for eternity. You have left us with no one to care for us. Ma, why? Ma, where would I see you again? Where will I hear your deep voice again? When will I hear your rebukes again? Never, never again, I guess. I take solace in the fact that you are resting in the bosom of our Maker, and we shall surely meet again. Ma, your grandchildren are calling you. Grandma, Grandma, please respond. They want to talk to you on behalf of my siblings and all the grandchildren. We say thank you for all that you did for us. We will say rest. Amen. Thank you.